Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Tuesday the 16th of November. Looking at Bitcoin against US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, particularly bearish start to the day. Going to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 64,419 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 65,486. Plenty of support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to return to 65,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 68,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 67,412. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 62,493 back into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 60. Second major support level 61,426 should limit the downside. Looking at the moving averages, we saw the 50 EMA bearish cross through the 100 late yesterday, and it's narrowing on to the 200, so look out for a possible bearish cross there that would bring support levels and sub 62s into play. So key would be to move through the pivot at 64,419 and back through to 65,000 levels to target resistance levels. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also particularly bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 4625 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 4710. Plenty of support is going to be needed for Ethereum to break out from 4650 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 4770 to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target last week's all-time high 4867.81 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 4854. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level 4481 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 4300 levels. Second major support level 4396 should limit the downside. Looking at the EMAs, 50 EMA has pulled further back from the 100 after yesterday's bearish cross. We're also seeing a bearish cross 50 through the 200 that's weighing heavily on Ethereum this morning. So failure to move through the pivot would bring that second major support level into play, with Ethereum now falling through the first major support level at 4481. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 268 to target the first major resistance level at 277. Plenty of support would be needed for Litecoin to break back through to 270s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 281.46 to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, we've got the second major resistance level at 290 to cap the upside on the day. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 255 back into play. Barring an extended sell-off through the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 250s. Second major support level sits at 246. Looking at the EMAs, 50 has narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200, but no immediate signs of a bearish cross, so keep an eye out for direction there. The key would be to move through the pivot at 268 and back through to 270s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will remain in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, it's been a particularly bearish morning. Going to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 1.1857 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.2049. Plenty of support is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.2s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap the upside. In the event of a broad-based crypto rebound and a breakout, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.25s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.2392. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.1513 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.10 levels. Second major support level at 1.1321 should limit the downside. Looking at the EMAs, bearish signal 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, with the 100 also pulling back from the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 1.1857 back through to 1.2s. Failure to do that and support levels will remain in play.